Today I want to try to set up the battery in the Sienna 2017. One of the good things of this 17 car is he had a space here in the back trunk, which is good for another battery into it. So we open the engine compartment, and then we can see the battery here. We're going to run a wire from the positive and then go into the car and go into the driver compartment, and so follow this guy and go to the back trunk and go to the very behind the battery compartment. In here there's this two guy, the white guy we can take it out easily. So this one, and we just lift it up like this, and then we can see the wire has some space we can run. So this is the between the front door and the back door, and here is the front door one. So we need to remove two pieces, and so this piece is the same thing, and it's very easy to lift it up, and then just use your finger and then slide into the bottom, and then you try to lift it up. This is just plastic, some yeah, so see that all clipped there, and then you can lift up the way. Now you can see the wire can go straight down and go through this place, run to the very behind. One of the difficulties is go into the engine compartment, and then there's a place here. You can see there's a way. Yeah, you can see on the top there. There's should be a hole you can go into the engine compartment. In the back trunk here, we can see the two holes. We'll try to open this hole, and then use the fish tape to go straight to this side, and then pull the wire over. That would be very easy, though we don't need to even take the panel off. Just use a small screwdriver to pull this one out. So we use the screwdriver and then to pry it out. Then this hole and this hole will give you access to use the fish tap to go straight down to the bottom. And there's a cup holder here, and then we try to open the cup holder here by this small pry bar, and then we can see there's some plastic clip here. We'll just do it slowly to pry it up. So we pry it up, and then just use some string and then pull it up, and then there'll be open a space. You can see on the bottom here, and go very inside, and which is you can access to the here, and which you want the wire will go straight to the front engine compartment. There's a access port too from here, so it will be easier to open the port and then go through the channel. Just use the screwdriver to lift it up, and then you should be able to easy to open the port here. Okay, so that way you can see it goes straight. The wire goes straight from here and go to cup holder, and then you from the cup holder space go into the bottom of the other side. See, that's the way I access from here, going to the cup holder. Cup holder, you can see the light goes through. So from the cup holder, you can see on the bottom there's a light here, so that way you can access the wire easily. So this is the wire we're going to use. It's just a gauge 2 wiring, and it's from a jumper cable. I'm just going to cut it out and use this wire. It's just one wire enough, then run to the front. And the proper size will be gauge 2. Sometimes you can use gauge 4, depends on some of the people probably don't want to have such a heavy duty gauge, and then maybe gauge 2, gauge 4 is okay, but don't smaller than gauge 4. Use gauge 6 will be dangerous. The current probably like around 70 IM something, should be between gauge 2 or 4. So start running the cable from the bottom of this share, and then you go from here. Oh my goodness! Here, okay, from here, and then we can see it from here when the cable come out. That'll be quite easy. Okay, we can see the fish the cable from here now and pull it out. Yeah, easily. And then we go down from here to the bottom. There's a little trick, and then just make sure your cable is running at the right hole, because it will be, it's a little hard to run, but basically it's go down straight. It should be here. Okay, you see the cable now. I just pull it out. Okay, so this little part. So the cable running out. So we just keep pulling. Run from here, going on to the bottom. Pull it out. So the cable running out. So we just keep pulling. And the wire come to here. There's a small panel as well. You need to pick it off. Take it off, and then get a. I put a small breaker here in the case of something short, and then you can fuse and protect the wire and battery. This is the breaker I use, 100 amp, and I put it into the engine behind the engine. It's because this one supposed to work in normal temperature instead of a very hot engine compartment. So that one, if the circuit is tripped, and then you can reset under here. That will be more easy to deal with when they're somewhere short. There's a small plastic knob here, and then pretty much just take it out, and you should be able to access that. And then I put it back on, so that's pretty much done on the channel wiring, and I'll just need to run into the engine compartment through the grommet inside. So I'm on a small breaker here, and then that way I can just put it in here, and that when it's tripped or something happen, I can reset it in here. So in order to push through the cable into the grommet, and you have to use a small fish wire and go through that whole grommet in that's the place we're going to go through. Here we go through this way, and then penetrate into the engine compartment. So now we see this wire coming out, and then we just pulled it with our hand to reach it. Now it's covered up. Then this wiring is pretty much done. Just need to hook up the battery, and then everything will be worked out to be good. Here's the second piece. Same thing. Put it down. Put it back on. One thing, this is had to be placed bold negative. What I tried to do is I found in the cup holder there is a hole. We can see that the hole here, this hole, had a negative screw to bolt it in here, so that way you need to polish it a little bit and then make the screw connect hold to down to the body, and because that's a 30 amp, no, a couple 10 amp current, so had to be make sure it conduct well. And hold up this piece, and we'll do the final connection of this, the connection of the breaker. Okay, here we attach the ground wire inside one of the bowls, and just to make sure it's connecting properly, because that's a high current. And hold up this piece, and we'll do the final connection of this, the connection of the breaker. One of the things is this is very important is make sure you had battery isolator. So the battery isolator purpose is to make sure two battery not connect at the same time. When one battery is drained, the other battery is still isolated. So when your car start, it will not drain the power from the outside battery. So what I do is I hook up the cable and install right again to the battery, and so that way it's able to isolate both battery. This is a bracket, so we're going to slide this side down to the battery, and put the switch on the top here, the battery isolator on top here, so that way you can see the status of the battery. When the LED on, it means that two batteries combined. So everything's done. That will be the end of the project. So you can either use a fixed connection, or the just like me, use a clamp to hook on the charge port of the battery. Either way. So basically, the cable running from inside the panel and go straight to the engine and alternator to charge the battery. That's the end of project. Thanks for watching. Bye.